on his face. He told Jillian that he should not expect to return home alive. Unfortunately, this dumbass did not know who he was talking to. The man noticed that someone else was coming into the camp. He saw Ghislain on a horse. Our boy asked him to shut up and bring his captain. The man laughed when he heard this. He began to spin his chain. He said that the noble brat has lost his mind. He told Ghislain that it is time for him to understand what it means to take responsibility. The moment he said this, he threw his chain at him. Before the spiked ball could touch our boy, something hit it and stopped it from moving. The person who stopped it turns out to be Jillian. The man stopped it with a dagger. He put the dagger into a part of the chain. The man was shocked to see that Jillian shoved his blade into the chain. The spiked ball fell to the ground. Ghislain smiled when he saw this. He already knew that words won't get through to them. He asked Jillian to do enough so that the men won't die. Jillian took a stance and grabbed the chain. He told his master that he understands. He pulled the man in front of him with the chain. The man flew to his side without any resistance. The moment the man got close to him, he swung the spiked ball at him. The ball hit him in his stomach. The man screamed out in pain. The mercenaries were annoyed to see this. They called Jillian a bastard. They said that they won't go easy on him because he works for a noble. They charged at the man. Jillian twisted his blade around the chain. He used it to raise the injured man up. He threw him at the mercenaries that charged at him. The man's body pushed them to the side. The other mercenaries were surprised to see this. Jillian turned to the side and glared at them. The men were terrified to see the look on his face. Ghislain came down from his horse. He asked the men to tell him how long they plan on making them wait. He asked them to go get their captain. The moment he said this, someone said that he was sleeping. He asked them about what caused the commotion. The mercenaries immediately cleared the road and arranged themselves. When they saw this man, the red-haired man introduced himself as the captain of the Kibirus Mercenaries. He said that his name is Kir. He asked them about why they were looking for him. Ghislain believed that this was a stupid question. There is only one reason why anyone would look for a mercenary group. He said that he came to entrust a request to him. Kir was surprised to hear this. He asked Ghislain about why a client would beat up his subordinate. He told our boy that a noble should be more knowledgeable when it comes to manners. With a smile on his face, Ghislain told the captain that this is his own way of greeting him. He told him that this is the best way to properly tame him. Kir smiled when he heard this. He wondered about what would happen if Ghislain had greeted them twice. The scene shifts and we see everyone in Kir's tent. He had some mercenaries with him. He asked Ghislain to tell him the kind of request he has. Our boy revealed to him that he would like to hire him to pioneer the forest of beasts. The mercenaries behind Kir were shocked to hear this. They could not believe that our boy wanted to send them to the forest filled with beasts. They knew that the forest was near the Pertium territory. With a smile on his face, Kir asked Ghislain to tell him the kind of person he is for him to try disturbing such a dangerous forest. Our boy revealed to him that he is the young lord of Pertium. Kir was surprised to hear this. He and his men began to laugh. They could not believe that they were looking at the insane young lord from the rumors. They became certain that he had lost his mind. Kir told our boy that he does not know what the forest of beasts is like because he was raised in a greenhouse. He told him that it is not a place for rookies like him. The captain said that he is no longer interested in hearing anything from Ghislain. He signaled his men and told them that the negotiation is over. The men raised their weapons. Gillian raised his axe when he saw this. Ghislain asked Kir if he is scared. The man was shocked to hear this. With a smile on his face, he said that he is disappointed because he heard that his mercenary group is quite skilled. He told Kay that it is just a hoax. Kar placed his leg on his table. He asked Ghislain to not mess with him. He reminded him that they are mercenaries. He told him that they do not take jobs that don't pay off. Ghislain said that weaklings usually like to come up with excuses. Kir was annoyed to hear this. He told our boy that the mood is ruined. He told him that all he is doing is throwing around pathetic provocations. He referred to Ghislain as a clueless brat. He told him that he is not even worth killing. He assured our boy that he will let him go. He asked him to hand over some money for the trouble he caused and to get lost. Ghislain told him that this won't happen. With a serious look on his face, our boy requested to have a Marana's recognition with the captain of the Kibirus Mercenaries. Gillian and the other mercenaries were shocked to hear this. Kar asked him if he even knows what this means. With a confident smile on his face, our boy told him that he does. Marana's recognition is a traditional betting method passed down among mercenaries. When two people agree to the bet, they fight using only a single dagger without relying on mana. Each of the participants have one of their arms tied together. Stepping outside the small circle counts as a loss. This match forces them into a brutal life-or-death struggle within limited space and movement. In many cases, not only the loser, but even the victor ends up dead. Ghislain explained to Kir that the loser must cleanly admit defeat and absolutely obey the words of the winner. In other words, the loser becomes the winner's dog. He asked Kay about how he feels about the bet. Gillian wondered why his master, who is a noble, would know about a filthy mercenary tradition. In the mercenary world, rejecting this challenge would mean admitting to one's weakness. Due to this, it is something that can never be refused. Kar began to laugh like a crazy person. With a creepy smile on his face, he told his subordinates that they have a bold little noble who wants to be recognized in a mercenary's way. He told them that they should help our boy a bit. The men began to laugh when they heard this. The scene shifts, and we see everyone outside. Ghislain and the captain tied one of their arms together. They were both given a dagger. Carr took off his jacket. The mercenaries were cheering for their captain. They asked him to kill the insolent noble. Kay believed that Ghislain heard about this method from somewhere and decided to fight him with it. He told our boy that he cannot back out of it now. He pulled Ghislain to his side with a confident smile on his face. He told him that he has done this 5 times. Ghislain went back to his original spot. He pulled the captain close to him with a condescending look in his eyes. He revealed to Sir that he has done this over 100 times. The captain was shocked to hear this. Ghislain and Keir were asked to start. The two of them charged at each other with their daggers. They both managed to dodge the attacks. They swung the daggers at themselves again. They barely missed each other. Ghislain attacked Keir with more strength. The mercenary was able to block his attacks. He pulled our boy in front of himself and tried to stab him from behind. Ghislain managed to block each of his strikes. Even though he couldn't see the dagger well, he bent his head and made Kay miss an attack. He quickly attacked him with the opportunity. Carr managed to dodge it. He pulled our boy close to himself. He gave him a heavy kick on his leg. Our boy felt the power of the kick with a smile on his face. The mercenary told Ghislain that he is doing better than he expected. He could not believe that our boy was claiming that he has done a Marana's recognition 100 times. This is something that most people don't get to do once in their life. Carr charged at Ghislain. He advised him to make his bluffs sound realistic. He did not give our boy the chance to attack. The members of the Cerberus mercenaries were happy to see this. They asked their boss to kill Ghislain for messing with them. Ghislain glared at them when he heard this. The men immediately became silent. Ghislain could tell that this was a losing battle. The area of the circle is barely large enough for one person to lie down. The rules forbid mana and force. This forces the opponent to purely rely on physical strength. Another problem is the size difference and the limited movements due to the hands being tied together. Ghislain can barely dodge or block his opponent's attacks. Meanwhile, the opponent has every opportunity to take control and dominate the fight. Ghislain gently placed his hand on his axe. He decided to interfere if the situation becomes dire. Keir grabbed our boy's hand and held him down. He swung his dagger at him. Ghislain jumped to dodge the attack. He landed on the other side. The moment he landed, our boy noticed that he could feel some pain in his leg. The pain was surging from the leg he used to block Caesar's attack earlier. The damage was stacking up due to the lack of mana protection. Sears smiled when he saw the look on Ghislain's face. He told him that he is looking pale. He asked him if he has already reached his limit. He began to attack our boy more fiercely. The mercenary believed that our boy looked pathetic the way he was trying to resist his strength. Although he did not like Ghislain, he believed that our boy still had more guts when compared to the other nobles he has met. He believed that Ghislain was not skilled. He was certain that he could see through him. He assumed that Ghislain's strategy was to deflect and dodge the blade strikes with his weapon, while enduring less damaging blows by absorbing them with his body. However, Marana's recognition is a fight that prohibits the use of mana. All the attacks will inevitably stack up. Keir could tell that our boy was already aware of the strain building up in his legs. It was showing on his face. The mercenary smiled. He wanted to see Ghislain struggle for his life. This was the only way that it would be fun for him. He spun his dagger and charged at our boy. Ghislain managed to block his attack. Keir moved closer to him and swung his dagger at his head. Our boy bent his head to dodge the attack. He tried to attack Kay from below, but he blocked the attack. Carr dragged his hand to the side and held him down. He used his leg to attack him. Ghislain blocked the attack with his already wounded leg. He felt a lot of pain because of the look on his face. Carr believed that he had won. He raised his dagger and asked our boy to die. His subordinates became excited when they saw this. Ghislain took out his axe. He wanted to rescue his master. Ghislain smiled. He dodged the dagger by going low. Keir was shocked to see that he was able to dodge from that position. Our boy pushed himself to the other side and gave Carr a cut near his ribs. Keir was shocked to see what just happened. The Cerberus mercenaries and Ghislain were also shocked to see this. Kay charged at Ghislain out of anger. Our boy skillfully went low. He gave Carr another cut on his chest while he was below him. The mercenaries were shocked to see that he wounded their captain again. They were certain that their captain was the one swinging Ghislain around with his strength earlier. They asked him to show our boy what a mercenary is made of. Ghislain was shocked to see his master's movements. Carr swung his dagger at our boy's head. Ghislain dodged it by going low. He pushed himself back up and used his shoulder to hit the captain's face. He clenched his fist, which he used to hold the dagger. He gave the captain multiple blows on his face. Before he could get a hold of himself, Ghislain turned his dagger and used it to stab Sir in his hand. Carr did not scream. He simply charged at our boy more fiercely. Ghislain easily dodged his attacks. The captain did not understand what was going on. He was certain that our boy was just struggling to withstand his strength a few seconds ago. Ghislain finally understood what was happening. Swinging with power stiffens the muscles and burdens the body with rigidity. Exerting strength in order to pressure and take control made K lose his flexibility. Ghislain didn't fight against the opponent's momentum. Instead, he relaxed and redirected it to create his own flow. Jillian never expected his master to overcome the disadvantage of size in this manner. He put his axe back. While Kay was breathing heavily, his men asked him to stop playing around. They told him that he is not making anyone laugh. Our boy commended the captain on his resolve. He told him that many opponents would break the rules and use mana when cornered. Kerr smiled when he heard this. He believed that Ghislain was talking like someone who had actually done this 100 times. He told him that he won the position of captain with this very method. He explained to Ghislain that mercenaries who break the rules don't last in this line of work. Our boy smiled when he heard this. He told the man that he likes his spirit. Keir admitted that he is at a disadvantage in a head-to-head match. With a smile on his face, he told our boy that the conditions for victory is not limited to simply overpowering him. In Mirana's recognition, if even one footsteps outside the circle, it is an automatic loss. Kay grabbed Ghislain's hand. He raised him up. He wanted to throw him outside the circle. He was certain that he will be able to win if he sends Ghislain's entire body outside the circle. Before Ghislain's leg could touch the ground, he tightened his grip on Kay's hand. He pushed his legs to his knees and stopped his body from touching the ground. He basically used Kair's body to support himself. He pulled the captain with his hand. Shir did not expect it. He climbed his leg and wrapped his own hand around his neck. The moment he got behind him, he slammed his head to the ground. His head was pushed outside the circle. The mercenaries were shocked to see this. Keir was annoyed to see that he lost. Ghislain gently smiled and told him that he won. The captain turned around. He asked our boy for his identity. He did not believe that someone this skilled was a noble. With a cold gaze in his eyes, Ghislain told him that he does not like his attitude. He reminded him that he is now talking to his new master. Ghislain pulled him up with his hand. The captain asked him about what he wants. He told him that the fight is over. Our boy told him that it is not yet over. He said that he hasn't gone outside the circle yet. Carr was surprised to hear this. Ghislain clenched his fist. He said that he is going to discipline his subordinate. He gave the captain a punch on his face. The punch knocked him down. The man quickly asked our boy to wait. He reminded him that the fight is over once a combatant steps out of the circle. Ghislain gave him another punch on his face. He asked him if he is going to fight according to the rules on the battlefield. Kay called him a bastard. He said that a noble is not supposed to behave this way. With a serious look on his face, Ghislain asked him to not talk back to his master. Kra called him a lunatic. Our boy gave him another punch. Ghislain did not stop. He continued hitting the captain on his face. His hand was covered with his blood. The mercenaries were not happy to see this. They believed that our boy would let their captain go since he won the bet. Carr begged our boy to stop. Ghislain pulled him up with a cold gaze in his eyes. He told him that he is not yet out of the circle. Kair was horrified to hear this. His face was already quite swollen. He quickly turned to his men. He asked them if they were going to allow this to happen. He asked them to kill Ghislain. The mercenaries immediately grabbed their swords. Before they could move close to their captain, Ghislain took out his axe. They quickly stopped moving. With a scary tone in his voice, Jillian told them that anyone who hinders his master's disciplinary measure will be killed. Everyone knew that Jillian was not messing around. Kay was shocked to see what happened. While trembling like a scared dog, he turned to his new master. Ghislain asked him if he is done. The next thing Keir saw was our boy's fist. The captain laughed out of fear. He knew that he messed up. The punch pushed him back. All the nobles Keir had met in his life were simply losers. They were overconfident pigs, traitors, narcissists. A little scare tactic worked wonders for them. Keir found it entertaining to take money from their pockets. It was thanks to how he treated the nobles that he earned the title of Mad Dog. But now the Mad Dog was taking a beating from some noble brat who he did not think much of. The mercenaries became worried when they saw the state their captain was in. Unfortunately, they couldn't do anything. Ghislain took a look at Kay's body. He wondered if he had done enough. He asked the men to stop standing around. He ordered them to bring him some water, a bandage, and a towel. The men were surprised to hear this. Ghislain told them that their captain will die soon if they don't act quickly. The men were shocked to hear this. They accepted his order. Jillian carefully watched his master. He noticed that the unruly mercenaries were listening to his orders. In the world of mercenaries, where fists are closer than the law, Ghislain engraved his position into their heads using the most direct and surefire method. He showed them who the boss is. In the next scene, we see Kerr sitting on a chair. His body was wrapped in bandages. Our boy placed a paper on the table. He asked him to sign on the paper. Cyr stared at Ghislain. He knew that he had no choice but to do it. He took out his pen and signed. He asked our boy to take it. With a scary look on his face, Ghislain asked him to repeat what he just said. The captain became nervous. With a shaky tone in his voice, he told Ghislain that he looks forward to working with him. Our boy grabbed his hand. He was quite scared to see this. Ghislain told him that they are now family. He told him that he also looks forward to working with him. A few days later, we are taken to the outskirts of the Perdium territory. We see some mercenaries gathered there. One of them yawned. He asked the others if they know the reason why they were called early in the morning. A bald man with a shield told some of them that he heard a rumor that their employer is the young lord of Perdium. The men were shocked to hear this. One of them said that our boy is just a brat. He believed that Ghislain will not be able to handle the mercenaries properly. He said that the job might turn out to be easy. A shirtless man clapped his hand and called for the attention of his fellow mercenaries. The huge man said that they need a representative to handle their brat employer. The other mercenaries were surprised to see the man. They referred to him as Gordon the Muscle. With a smile on his face, the man said that they are correct. He said that he thoroughly observed the admirable posture of all of them, discussing ideas to reap rewards without working hard. He told them that they won't be able to get the result they want if they don't unite their voices. The mercenaries realized that he was right. One of them remembered a time when an idiot made an unreasonable